Hi, welcome again to Indian Videotapes. Today I present to you one of the most popular Indian web series, Mirzapur.
Welcome to the jungle.
This crime drama thriller revolves around drugs, guns, sex, and lawlessness. The series depicts rivalries and crime families in the Purvanchal region of Uttar Pradesh, India. The complete story of Mirzapur is broken down into seasons with episodes. Seasons 1 and 2 are already released, which have been a blockbuster. It has been rated 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb. There are a total of 19 episodes in both seasons, so I will be explaining every episode as a separate video. This is really a good story. Please subscribe and press the bell icon so you know when the next episode is out. So let's get started. The story casts Kaleem Bhaiya, the iron-fisted millionaire carpet exporter and the mafia don of Mirzapur. His son Munna is an arrogant, undeserving, power-hungry heir who will stop at nothing to inherit his father's legacy. Pauji is the father of Kaleem Bhaiya, who steps down as the don of Mirzapur, handing over the rule to his son Kaleem Bhaiya. Beena is the second wife of Kaleem Bhaiya and the stepmother of Munna. Makbul is Kaleem Bhaiya's trusted henchman. Guddu is the protagonist of the story. Bablu is the younger brother of Guddu. Ramakant Pandit is the father of Guddu and Bablu. Dimpy is the sister and Vasudha Pandit is the mother of Guddu and Bablu. Sweetie is the love of Guddu and Munna also fancies her. Golu is the younger sister of Sweetie. So, this is the major cast of Mirzapur, and without taking much time, let's begin the explanation. In the opening scene, we see that the Don's son, Munna, is sitting in front of his little truck.
कालीन भैया किंग ऑफ मिर्जापुर
Munna and his companions had stopped at a liquor vent to buy some alcohol before they proceed further. They were stopped by a wedding procession. Guys, in Indian communities, it is customary for the bridegroom to travel to the wedding venue, sometimes to the bride's house, on a horse, accompanied by his dancing family members who hire their own bands and dancers on their own budget. So these pals got impatient as they have to wait for the wedding procession to cross before they can proceed. Munna got off with a pistol in his hand and started dancing with the people, and as he was drunk, he started firing shots in the air, mistakenly killing the bridegroom. There was a complete silence and he shamelessly laughed at the incident. Following the story, we see that the Don, Kaleem Bhaiya and his henchman Makbul are in their carpet industry inspecting the delivery of narcotics, implying that they run a drug ring and they sell those drugs to the nearby cities and towns. On his way back, the Don was stopped outside his house by two individuals. From their conversation, it is revealed that Kaleem Bhaiya also runs an arm manufacturing business. Local and low-cost handguns are created in his facility, and some pistols explode in hand when shot due to the lack of quality control. The client who bought the pistol was there to complain that the new pistol he just bought had burst when he fired it, causing him to lose his right hand. Kaleem Bhaiya handed him a replacement gun and asked him to try again from another hand. However, that gun also explodes and the victim loses both his hands. The next morning, we see there is an election going on in the town's college. One of the candidates is Munna with a lot of power and people behind him, while the other candidate is just alone campaigning for himself. Our heroes Guddu and Bablu are studying in the same college. Guddu is a slacker in studies who has been failing for 2 years. He is focused on gaining muscles, attending the gym, and eating a nutritious diet in preparation for an upcoming bodybuilding competition. And his younger brother Bablu is a class topper who is focused on building his career. As the rival candidate was campaigning for himself, Munna comes to the campus and his goons run behind the poor guy to beat the shit out of him daring to stand against Munna in elections. The pursuit went through the whole college, labs, and corridors, ending up in the class of Guddu and Bablu. The teacher in the class does nothing and plays games on his phone. Guddu is awestruck by Munna's might and how everyone in the campus fears him. Munna beats the rival candidate, and as he attempts to flee, Guddu makes him fall and the gang catches him again, slams him between his legs and warns him to withdraw his name from the elections. Munna invites Guddu to have a small treat in the college mess in exchange for the small favor Guddu has done for him. As the day is over, their sister Dimpy appears with her companion Sweetie, who admires Guddu's muscular body. She also teases him as Guddu has a shy nature talking to girls. In a parallel scene, we are brought to the city's judicial complex where we witness Ramakant Pandit, a courageous and idealistic lawyer who was going to have his lunch before the next hearing. A local goon approaches and threatens him to cooperate in the upcoming case and let the criminal set free. Ramakant becomes enraged and knocks the goon out of the complex. This lawyer, Ramakant Pandit, is none other than the father of Guddu and Bablu. As the lawyer was sitting in his chamber, the father and uncle of the deceased bridegroom whom Munna had slain approach him and ask him to handle their case against Munna because no other advocate in the city would aid them owing to the Don's fear. Ramakant accepts the case and promises to assist them in obtaining justice. We are then taken to the Don's house where the Don was intimating with his second wife but gets failed to take her to the next level each time. His wife complains that he ends up much earlier and always leaves her unsatisfied. During dinner, the Don inquires his son about the delivery of the local pistols they manufacture, implying that Munna handles the gun business while the Don personally examines the drug racket. While they were discussing, an area cop comes to meet them and complains the Don about the groom's murder Munna had committed a day before. Munna yells that who in the town has the courage to take their case. In response, the cop informs them that a local lawyer, Mr. Ramakant Pandit, had taken that case. Munna becomes enraged and goes to the lawyer house to threaten him. On the other hand, we see Guddu and Bablu sitting in their room, with Guddu intending to use steroids to bulk up his body even more. As they were talking, their father arrives home, and today is their father's birthday, so the family was having a small celebration. After cutting the cake, Guddu and Bablu went upstairs to fetch the gift they had brought for their father. The door was knocked, and when the mother opens, there stood Munna, who had come to threaten the lawyer. All the goons went inside and sat at the dining table with the lawyer. As Munna was threatening the lawyer, his sons came down and get shocked about why Munna had come to their house. Munna asks the lawyer not to take the case, but when the lawyer denies, Munna takes him at the gunpoint and was about to shoot him. The lawyer's wife takes out the revolver from her husband's suitcase and aims it at Munna. There was a serious fight in the house between both the parties. Munna and his goons were beaten by Guddu and Bablu, forcing them to flee. After Munna had gone, Guddu and Bablu request their father not to pursue the case, but the courageous lawyer is still adamant as he was willing to fight the case against the Don. This news is too much for the Don to handle. He summons his trusted henchman Makbul and orders him to bring Guddu and Bablu to him. Makbul reaches their house and asks the boys to come with him while the rest of the family gets terrified. As the guys were being taken to the Don's residence, episode 1 ends. What happens next will be continued in the next episode, which will be uploaded soon. Please leave a like and do subscribe to help the channel out. Also write your thoughts and suggestions in the comments area below. Till then, have fun and be safe.